fursuit, and yes, we are ready. Back from the convention, successfully even dug the fursuit back out after a while. And of course, it is time on Thursdays for Darkest Dungeon, so we are good to go again. Let's see how we succeed in the game and whether we dare to again go for the Darkest Dungeon, which the first time we kind of came back out backwards very soon, and a lot like the Brigand Chief, it actually has the issue that it always takes at least one life, so it's kind of not optimal when you have to actually retreat. So we have been quite careful play-wise in the respect that we haven't ever actually had a party wiped out, but have sometimes come back with like two members left still. So in that respect also of course it's a bit different matter overall with the Darkest Dungeon, as you always lose at least one character, so it's not optimal to go in and then have really bad dice, but it's of course the difficulty level of the game doesn't really make that surprising at all. So let's move towards the game and wave a bit more for fun of course also, which is always nice. And then we are good to move towards the game, and we actually this time have like a positive trait for once, like 1 good week, which gives 200% stress recovery for idle characters, which of course is also at least moderately useful. And of course it's nice to have like 1 good week thematically at times, considering how excellent it tends to be in the Hamlet also more generally. So in that respect also 1 good week would be most probably considered welcome, one might imagine. And then we are good at moving onwards here, so we exceed. Confidence is reported to be at an all-time high, which is kind of surprising considering how things always go in the Darkest Dungeon. We also have plenty of budget, so we should see there are at least 1 upgrade we can immediately do here, so we can actually upgrade the abomination, which is always nice that you can update from a malignant mutation into damnation's gift in quotations, which of course sounds even more effective for sure. And similarly you can upgrade from Hellforged chains to inhuman bondage in quotations, so it's clearly great improvement. In general, abomination is in any case one of the most elegant characters in the game thematically, along with shield breaker, which always really like, in addition to the abomination, really like shield breaker. It's extremely stylish in that respect also. So let's then see, and also here we can actually upgrade the equipment. So if you like can upgrade from, it's amusing, like the final level always seems to have a name that is in quotations, so the Long Crusade, that sounds kind of like, yeah, you of course when you spend you get a bigger sword than your neighbor. Fair enough. Alright, and here we can also do an upgrade. Let's see, also there was some... Alright, we have spotted fever and wasting sickness, so it's like blight resist. This shall certainly go to be treated, as it's kind of like not good at all, especially having less disease resist tends to invite getting some of the more problematic ones, so in that respect also very, very important to have sufficient disease resistance in place. And then it would seem that we do not have that many other upgrades pending, except some in the lower levels, so depends on what we are looking to do next, which of course requires checking the... We can also check like what rare items we have available in the nomad wagon, of course. Leper only, alright, that's not most probable. I do think we had one on lower level. Camouflage cloak. This actually works when it's bright, so this would be quite useful, especially alright, that's also quite nice, so let's invest 10,000 in various items. And here we do have already one of those, so that was not yet the best possible investment. In turn would be interested in like having the this is kind of like plus 8 speed on first round, yes, but it's kind of like having a lot of speed for the healer on the first round is not often that useful, as you quite often want to rather have them heal. So I actually do think that the dodge provision would be quite nice. At least thought that, also bought it. Yes. It's better to have extra dodge comparatively. Ah yeah, this was the thing that would ignore stealth, which was pretty nice on a ranged character. Almost would probably like it on the alright, this isn't the best item ever, actually. Much more interesting to have the ignore stealth property than like plus 3% critical chance for -1 speed, which is kind of a, would describe that as mildly bad trade of really. So let's see then about actually going on a mission next having, and we currently have full roster, so we do not need to recruit anyone from the stagecoach. Let's see if we can build anything interesting. We have built quite a few things by now. Performance Hall. It gives bonuses only to the Chester, but we actually do have the necessary items, so it's useful to build. We do have like couple and it's always good use of resources, because these can't really be destroyed, especially after the Brigand is gone, so these do always provide the bonuses, so building these more or less keeps the resources saved, so in that sense it's very nice. Though expensive to build, they are very useful, as the bonuses are permanent from the buildings you build in the hamlet. Oh, we have the scouting pad ready already before we have gone even into the first dungeon. Hello there and welcome to the stream. Always great to see our good scouting bat in the stream. It was also amusing because this actually caused been pretty well. Was a bit tired after East, but since then, as noted, this one and Spectra both have recovered since East. Otherwise went very well, I would say. And of course, it was amusing actually. Remembered when I saw baseball bat there, it was amusing because the special property that you're able to echolocate even if you're a fruit bat caused the amusing episode with baseball bat when they had a Twitter post where they complained about window being in the way and being invisible. This one noted, but you should be able to detect the window by echolocation, a lot like the ultrasonic autofocus on Polaroid cameras tended to focus on the window. To which he exactly replied that fruit bats do not need to echolocate because fruit usually do not fly away. Of course, baseball bat was at East, very nice, together with Henry Ecke, so this caused once an amusing episode because especially remembered your sticker with the echolocation, so which didn't then realize immediately that it's an exception. Oh yeah, haven't used this thing much. You can actually upgrade the camping skills here, and considering how rarely do camp, should probably put some effort into this. So let's upgrade survivalist some,
is the same.
and we can actually improve camping skills here. Yes, for we can open up some new camping skills. So this is actually moderately useful. Most of the camping skills though have felt kind of gimmicks overall, that very few of them comparatively, indeed, it was yeah, it's usually the ultrasonic one. It works very well as long as your target is actually possible to echolocate, so it's kind of any glass or other items will not work. Otherwise it's pretty nice the way to do autofocus. It's very reliable in terms of measuring the distance, even in the dark technically. So in that sense it's nice because it requires no assist light or anything, because it works by the ultrasound. Will also work in the dark without assist light for flash photography, but in turn there are limitations where it's possible to autofocus correctly that way. So let's then see what kind of dungeons are available to us. Alright, we increased level on Weld and all the available missions are red. Oh yeah, we still do have one level of the hag, which is doable at some point. And we have formless flesh, which kind of main issue is that it also tends to heal itself. So, and we have the prophet. We tried the prophet at one point, and the main issue was that we would have to be able to cause damage also behind the church benches or the remains of them. So you need the correct kind of crew for that, so that you can do damage, especially poison damage to the prophet. So we could actually try that way, like have the abomination for the spitting ability, have a healer of course. Oh yeah, we haven't actually upgraded weapons here all the way, so should also do that. The Adder's Fang, that's a nice name for the dagger. And then we of course also have ropes. The style with the shield breaker is very strong, and we do have the, might be also useful to have the impale. Impale and puncture skills maybe preferably. The other one that might be good to have would most probably be the Hellion, because they have the other like spare ability. The occultist is a nice support, because occultist can also heal to a degree. Most probably would try with those, so it's kind of like, it's a bit risky having like the abomination and the shield breaker. Alright, here we have only the spasm of entrails, which reduces healing while camping, so that's not really the worst issue. So it should be better, like we have at least one that can cause. It would be useful even if had like two that can do blight damage, but it also depends, because in general it's most important to be able to do damage to the rare row, so should be worth a try. Having given careful consideration to the situation, let's go for it and see how that goes. It's at least boss fight would be an interesting option. We have at least tuned things a bit and try with this team. Let's see. Four keys should be enough unless like some kind of wonder happens. And it's quite important to have enough healing ability with also the weird reconstruction, because we will be getting the boulders on our heads again, courtesy of our lovely prophet. Alright, let's see how that goes.
Finally,
new try with
resigned
the
to his
prophet.
uncommon corporeal resilience, I lured him to the dig. There, I showed him the thing and detailed the full extent of my plans. Triumphantly, I watched as he tore his eyes from their sockets and ran shrieking into the shadows, wailing maniacally that the end was upon us all. The echoes of
So
his
let's see
mindless
how
tittering
works
reverberate
out.
maddeningly.
Oh, hello there, Kisu, and we have even a question, and of course you get a wave, and favorite monster. That's actually. Oh, we have also a new viewer. Hello there, Knorrik, and thank you for the follow. Welcome, and of course great to see you also. So you get a wave, and we were just starting out the mission for the third prophet style boss, and this one was made to think by Kisu what would be the favorite monster in the game. Would say that stylistically probably the gargoyle. The gargoyle isn't terribly difficult or not very successful in that respect. It's usually easy to get rid of the gargoyle, and overall, like in terms of interesting fight, would say that one of the more interesting ones is the Pelagic Guardian, because it both has quite high damage giving ability and is able to protect usually the fish shaman or the crossbowman, so it gives more demanding fight. The Pelagic Guardian is also really tough, so would rate in those two categories. And also would as third category favorite boss would say that actually the, even if not very interesting fight, the Brigand Cannon is very stylish. Oh, thank you. Indeed had this suit at ease that was out two times dancing for like 3 hours one time and probably 1.5 hours the other time, so actually suited only at dances in that case, but really had a good time. Thought the suit, especially as a parcel still, because still haven't gotten the bodysuit for it, works best in the dances, so thank you, and certainly always happy to stream with this suit also was really nice for dancing, so let's temporarily show the suit also bigger as you join later. We usually do in the beginning and end. Switch over to the cam view for a better view of the suit, so you get the wave even as a new viewer. You get the wave even in the big view. Welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. And now we are good to start moving again, having shortly discussed monsters and other things, so we are ready and good to go and hopefully cause trouble for the prophet. So open map and scouting pad immediately in action. Thank you. That worked well. And how's the map? Overall, interesting map. Most probably the prophet is there, and we anyway have only one way to go. So, alright, display case. Alright, thank you. Yes, let's have anti-venom. You can't get items from the display case ever unless you use a key. So, like mine. Alright. Surprised cultists. Let's then do things with them and immediately start with a miss, so great times. We are very good at missing clearly today. Alright, that's better, much better. And dodged fortunately also the stressful incantation, so it seems we are up to a strong start with dodging, to say the least. Alright, here we go. Stunned and has like what, 1 HP, 2 HP. Alright, let's go for also sources of damage proper, so that we can probably judgment them, yes, out of existence.
Give them no quarter.
And alright, and of course bleed, yes. How does that not surprise anyone? Resist, of course. Alright, let's curse. And use bandages, we still have some. Oh, not quite enough damage, like again, 3 left, alright. Even the damage from the... yeah, we can only pull at the corpse, so... Let's curse, and curse actually caused enough damage. Nice. Curse out of existence. And... judgment, not much healing needed. Alright, 24 is certainly sufficient. Right, some nice treasure and some food here. Keep moving. Yeah, actually have played, have streamed Darkest Dungeon almost for 100 hours. And also probably from the mission it's quite easy to see that it's not the first time if we are fighting the third prophet type boss. So actually indeed have been playing Darkest Dungeon for like almost a year now as one of the regular games on the stream. So it's one of the even more or less very much regular features. Alright. Alright, illuminate please, and more scouting, thank you. Scouting bat always works, it's one of the nice things that you usually always get. Scouting courtesy of the bat, it seems. One extra torch. Holy water, let's take it, even if not necessarily the most useful thing. Spiders, alright. And missed. Alright, that's better. One gun. Oh, not very good hits. Alright, good. And then start getting slowed down by the web. Dodged, good. And that also marks them, so we start getting trouble. Let's give them some mist. Alright, and as usual it's like marked and then there's trouble. Let's get rid of that.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Let's provide some healing. Backwards. Alright, good. Would be nice to get turn also for the healer so we can improve their situation a little. Right, here we go. Anti-venom and then heal self. It's helped quite temporarily. Let's try again. 16! Nice, that helps. And didn't even start bleeding. So we should be able to... Nope. And there we go. More anti-venom, which is useful. Right. A bit of food and we are in pretty good shape. Spiders are always kind of difficult as they mark the one that get hit by the web or such, and then it's like you start getting all the bites and spit on the same way, so it's a bit dangerous. Oh, hello there, Ticadron. Great to see you. Hopefully you've been well. Right, and nobody seems to like the spiders typically. It's kind of very divisive, would say. Alright, and then we keep on going on, so no further encounters in this hallway.
The light, the promise of safety.
Right, and move on. There's the trap. Disarmed, great. Alright, confession boots, so we can try to confess sins. Let's see if holy water helps with that. The ritual relieves the hero. Nice. So actually holy water is useful in the confession booth. How can that be? Alright, empty room. And clearly scouting works very nicely. Alright, room battle with Curio. So, and we will also get into a fight very soon. So let's increase illumination and the collector. Alright, now
And made
this will be interesting. sometimes things with this thing go easy and sometimes they don't. So, I would say not transform yet, but throw the manacles at least once. Alright, and did even stun them. Curse them if nothing else. And then poke them with the stick. And soon they will summon stuff. But we can at least curse them again. At least debuff the collector. Throw manacles. Wow, critical. We have actually almost whittled them down half health without collector having shown their collection as it is. They summon the kind of flying skulls, so very surprised that the collector hasn't done his thing. Which of course doesn't... Oh, dodged. Which of course doesn't bother... Yeah, here we go. Was already wondering where the flying skulls were. Right. Let's transform here for some style. And stress everyone else as usual with were creatures. And let's start missing. Nice. Oh well. Fortunately we can poke at the collectors themselves. And this is the idea also with fighting the prophets, that we can actually poke with the spear to the back. Because of course to a degree we can ignore these, because as long as the collector dies, those are done. Let's see if we can pull the collector to the front. Nope. These do give a lot of damage, but it's only like as long as they stay. Bandits, and let's again try at least here try to melee them, but this far we haven't had much luck. Alright, better. And even push them back. We can again try to pull the collector to the front, or we could heal also. That helps certainly, like maximum health. Lifesteal, fortunately only 7, so they are not going to live off that very long. Would be nice to do damage, of course. Also, let's heal and do damage with others. It's safer. Going to save on bandits for now. There we go. 15, very nice. As long as they keep guarding each other instead of hitting at us, better. That shouldn't take too long. And missed, good. Alright. Can hit one of them. Heal self, please. Good. This time we don't really need to heal, we can put judgment on the collector. It's kind of a mini boss. It's moderately dangerous and 10 great, so we are down to 24. Alright, some stress. Alright, protect the collector. Haven't seen that often. But we keep attacking there, and it is what it is. There we go. Healing. Let's now use a bandit. Ah, yeah, they already stopped bleeding, so carded or not, that gets rid of one of the skulls. They are no longer carded. And they even missed seeing collection, like look away or something. Alright. And let's heal a bit at least. Bandit. And 2 damage, yes. And we could do judgment, but it's better to heal, so we at least have a bit more dice. And there we go.
As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast.
And this gives us one puzzling trapezohedron, which is very valuable, 3,500, so it's a really nice find. Okay, alright, let's use some food here. And we did beat the collector, also pretty nicely in this case. So, having beaten the collector once again, the collector always reappears. It's not like many of the... It's a mini boss that actually keeps on appearing again. Oh, positive trait. Hippocratic. Alright. Sounds like it would be more useful for the healer, but whatever.
In radiance, may we find victory.
How's the map? Yeah, there will be a room battle, so enter and see the battle. Alright. Everything and the cone bearer. So would be nice to get rid of that, because it does all kinds of special effects and that's not nice. Right. For now at least. Blight those two as they can be blighted. Try to pull at that as we would like to get rid of it. Resisted but did some damage. And missed it. Oh. Missed, good. That's exactly the issue, because it tends to boost everything. Would like to get rid of that first, so let's keep trying. Alright, that's much better in that direction. Let's blight those two at least if we don't miss. Now we succeeded pulling at it, and now they mostly just used a very small dagger. Dodged, good. $14, that's a lot of damage for that ability. Really? Now we can throw the manacles at them at least, so one source of problems gone. Let's try to get rid of that. 1 HP left. 5 damage was enough for death's door, so... And immediately stress effect. Alright. a lot of stress in this case. There were refuses healing. That's an issue. Oh well.
The ground quakes. Great is the weapon that cuts.
Fortunately, also others are dying. And now we maybe can heal them, yes. Let's heal self. Curse. Alright, good. 16 helps a lot. The more we can heal when still in battle, it's better because it consumes no resources, theoretically, and also able to reduce stress oneself, which helps at least at not getting a heart attack. And miss. Curse again. Heal. Missed. And again heal self, reduce stress. Heal everyone. Still trying to hit that thing. Alright, finally. That was kind of demanding, like.
Push on to the task's end.
Not the best hitters ever. Let's miss all the time. Alright, and then we have locked sarcophagus. We have the keys, and here we go. Alright, even more money.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
And crest, so it's kind of what kind of items we want to track around, at least not sage, so let's take even more money. At least we certainly have scouting, great. And we know that the boss is not there, so we know to go the other way. Right. There was treasure in the boot, so clearly let's confess, and you actually find treasure, like 2 piles of gold, grave robber, really huge treasure comparatively.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
So we can start getting rid of things like emerald isn't very useful when you can replace it with a full pile of gold. Portraits aren't very useful when you can replace it with uncommon item. So we already have like almost 4 piles of gold. Much better dice than for a while, like. Surprising. Alright, the trap. Let's have them disarm it, and no. It would have been useful, like, morale-wise. Nope. Of course. When you try to kind of increase morale, fails. Alright. More food. That's good. Onyx. And we have 4 full piles of gold, so certainly, at least in that respect, things are well. Alright, and here we have the bone courtier, the worst kind of them all for morale, because they have the tempting goblet, which causes more and more stress all the time, so it's kind of not the best thing ever. Yeah, let's try to get rid of that first, would be preference. So and of course missed. We can't really attack the rear row with the abomination, so let's try. We can blight undead for whatever reason, and then we start with tempting goblet and a lot of stress. Let's try the full attempt. Yes, that's good, we can cause more damage. And there we go. Only one tempting goblet. That's better than many times. Then the crossbowman is next, because he's quite unpleasant also.
Dazed, reeling.
Not that's pleasant either, but yep. Alright. Flight them again. Pull at the crossbowman. Missed, of course. Heal. Thank you.
Sedated.
And poke at the crossbowman. Alright, great. So only one crossbow attack too. Now we have to get rid of these two with the axe blades. It's always better when they do warding, because the warding helps them very little comparatively. Do damage but stun them, and that's really worth it. Let's heal everyone.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Then we can curse them. $15, that's pretty good start to get rid of them, and they are still taking damage from the flight, even if. Alright, and stunned even. Oh well. And they decided to reduce their own stress. Fair enough. Heal everyone still.
Wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
And curse them, because not quite enough damage. They have like 1 HP, so they will die of blight. And we have only one left. And they missed, which helps a lot also. And missed. Mana goes 4. Much damage, but stunned, so we get some more time. Heal here. Curse, critical curse, which alright, also increased our morale, which is good. Let's reduce stress myself, if we can. And finish. Even more gold.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
We can actually like use one torch and get rid of the other and have even more piles of gold. Alright, here we can use a key.
A handsome reward.
Anti-venom.
For a task
Ruby, more gold. Ruby is already 1,250, so practically it's a bit less valuable than a pile of gold. Let's leave that for now. So should be quite good treasure deal. Right. And on we go. In this corridor we have 2 curios and a trap. Alright, we can read books. Let's... Alright, positive effect. Quick draw. Sounds good. Then we have a nice box. Empty. Oh well. And a trap. Let's again try to improve morale by disarming it. Yes! 8 stress reduced, so that's nice. How was this room? Empty, so just enter. Then we do not have too many rooms remaining before the prophet. Right, this isn't very interesting corridor. Just one curio. This is one of the altars. Alright, let's have the abomination use the altar and see what happens. Alright, got a buff. Nice. Hunger. We have food to burn, so we do not need to suffer hunger effects at least yet. That's why it's important to have enough food, because you sometimes get the hunger effect like 4 times during a dungeon, so in that respect also it's important to have sufficient extra food. One might say. And then we only have a couple of rooms remaining. No scouting this time, and immediately a fight. Alright, bone militia. Let's fly them. And no healing needed, so we can touch the shootist. And full attack them, of course. 3-7 damage and take aim to the front, so we can poke with the spear at the, and fail. Alright. Can only chap with the bayonet and start at the front. Oh, great, they missed with the axe blade considering it usually does the most damage. Alright, got rid of the crossbowman. Good start. So the manacles, alright, but they will probably expire flight next, so we can curse the remaining sort of damage rather and touch them. And was not a mistrial, like one heard joked that when you miss with judgment it's a mistrial. And curse them again. Heal. Alright, 16 is certainly enough. Up to full health. Manacles. Stunned, good. And now this should finish. Not quite, but they have like 1 HP. And then we need to get rid of the final HP, so there we go. That was pretty good fight. And a lot of crests, but we are not going to use inventory currently for crests, would say. Check the bookshelf, and mankind hater doesn't sound totally surprising for a were creature, one would say that, like, doesn't sound like exactly a huge surprise, one might even observe. And how many rooms we had before the boss? only one, so we should camp here if we want to. And here's the boss, so we can camp here. We have enough. We have 8 food and we are not going to need food after that, so we can actually camp, which should relieve some stress. And we can have, we can even actually have the full rations, because food doesn't matter in the very last. We can reduce stress and we can use camping effects, so adds the blight skill chance. Alright. Buff. Cause stress to everyone else. Psych up, that's actually pretty nice. Do like that. Unsure if can cause that much damage. Preordained nighttime ambush also causes more stress. Here we actually have some space to take stress, so would prefer to increase damage here. Good. Alright, that helped a lot. And finish.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright, and we still have the kind of nighttime ambush. We have to fight. This is kind of specialty for the shield breaker. It's practically shield breaker's nightmare, or such, as far as I understand this. It's alright. You have to fight some snake. So let's fight some snake. Whatever we can do. Have won this encounter maybe once, do faintly remember. Kind of interesting try. Let's. Alright, they have 80% resistance to blight, so most probably we are not going to try to blight the snake. I do think it would be more useful to transform here. There we go. Let's see if we can pull at his neck. Warning rattle, alright. Cards. Resisted. And missed. Oh well. Moderately tough fight. Would be nice to get to heal some, please. Dodged, good. And riposte, oh well. Heal here. And refused. So then we do something else. try to heal and didn't refuse, thank you. Better than none. Alright, and stress effect. That's nice just before going to the boss.
The shadows whisper
So,
conspiracy.
what can you do? And missed. That was very lucky. Pull at them because it gives 3 damage. Heal everyone would be the best choice currently. Alright. Light. That's a major issue. Let's already use a bandage, please. Alright. Well, bad.
Quickly the tide turns.
Like, sufficient. Dodged, good. Alright, that was great. Let's also use anti-venom. And get rid of that. Yes, finally we have one snake less. Heal. Good. And let's also heal here.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
At least the amount of stress is ridiculous. Alright, and we missed. Oh well. You're still able to take damage, so let's heal there rather. Alright, 18 helps and even gave a bit of morale. Currently we are not in crisis healing wise. Pulling the corpse isn't very useful, so let's curse that thing. And missed. Missed also the riposte, and always at least didn't get more blight this time. And we again use anti-venom. The prophet also got his poison, but alright, that helps. Now we only have the whatever cobra or what, yes. Terrible snake. Alright, it's terrible. Would be most useful to heal everyone now. And curse the final snake. At least they got debuffed. And missed. Wow, finally we are getting some damage at them. Alright, we actually won and this was painful.
Success so clearly in view. Or is
Merely
it
a trick of the light.
light?
Sounds familiar. I am beautiful thing, they say, flawless as the sea of dunes, graceful as the desert wind, captivating as a shimmering mirage. They stare, they linger, they watch me without blinking. Yeah, that would be probably a comment with the shipbreaker. And then main problem is that we have like 10 times more stress now. Which is kind of makes this one consider retreating at this point, which is kind of painful. Journal page, those are not common. That's pretty valuable. Venomous vial. common, and then we have an emerald. Taking those, and the issue is that we are hugely stressed, but otherwise in fair condition, so we'll actually face the prophet and see how that goes, because if nobody is up to like the second stress meter. Yeah, lots of snack, and we actually beat the snack, so that's unusual fight. To believe it's meant to be kind of some kind of nightmare of the shield breaker, so I have won that once or twice ever. It's quite hard. Let's face the prophet anyway, because none are up to full stress meter, so we are not at least immediately dealing with a heart attack. So in that respect, do think that going to take my chances and go anyway to the boss has been pretty long journey. This time we have like gone in 1 hour 10 minutes only up to the first boss fight, but it sometimes is, as usual, the game isn't very easy, and do already have like the paranoid trait, so they are certainly going to comment nicely on our performance. Alright, we have a trap, so maybe these aren't that good. We got a bit of stress relief from that. Great. Alright, and some loot, some more money,
trinkets and
some food.
Paid for in blood.
We can probably use in situ. There we go. And then it's boss time. Let's see if we come back quickly, but
the madman hides there.
It is what it is. And then we immediately will have some. Yes, let's have some boulders. So we start fighting the prophet. We can poison the church stockade, so that's not totally optimal here. You can only throw the manacles also 3 spaces, so it's kind of this one has least HP, and if we are only 2 away, so we should actually start beating at the wood. Can you actually pull at the prophet? Let's test. Nope, at least they resist. They actually have 340% move resist. So that explains certain things. And then we start getting a lot of blight, as noted. And both dodged, wow, that's lucky. Then we again get more rubble of ruin. Let's transform the feet of the wooden benches, like I have seen people sleep on bar benches. So we have a shapeshifter beating at the prophet's church benches. It's not very useful to pull at the prophet because they have 340% resistance to movement, so it's curse them instead. And we are not currently in need of healing yet. We can't pre-heal, unfortunately, for the boulders, so we can as well touch them, touch the prophet, and then we get some more blight. Kind of use anti-venom only when absolutely necessary. And both dodged. We are having a really good dice day. Clearly. Rare. Really rare. Only 1 boulder predicted this time. Thank you. And we again stack the bench. So we have the shapeshifter beating at the wooden bench. people sleep on bar benches, and still no absolute for healing because nobody has gotten hit by the boulder, so mistrial, oh well. Let's curse them. Better to have debuffs on them. Assisted, oh well, and then we get more blight.
Dizzying blow to body and brain.
Fortunately, blight is not a major factor because the blight damage is so limited. Alright, selfish sounds good trait for the healers. We are still stress-wise managing only like first half, and dodge again, wow. I haven't ever dodged 3 rounds of the boulders in a row, do you think? Must have some lucky thing today. And we will be hitting at the church bench, which is most amusing scenario. This should be drawn like a Lycan is beating at the church bench. Alright, 15 damage. Still 134 up, so it's not like... Still no active need for healing, so we can do judgment, any damage helps. And curse them. Debuff, nice. All missed, great. Alright, and now both boulders hit finally.
From becoming unwound.
Immediately death's door. Paranoid. Alright, everyone has gone crazy. Would like healing right about now.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
Of course, this guy can heal, he can destroy the bench. Helps a little. Alright, good. Let's do reconstruction on ourselves. 10 is better than none.
More blood.
Healer died. That's great. It's not impossible yet, so...
And now the true test.
Now it's much easier.
Or expire.
Because we can only heal one at a time, so practically we should leave.
The sin is not in being outmatched, but in failing to recognize it. We fall so that we may learn to
it's
pick
impossible to
once again.
Heal 2 at a time, and the last prophet style boss can drop 2 boulders at a time, so that's impossible. Alright, and during the fight a game has been requested. Tray, alright. That will be added to the game request list. Currently there's 1 session of cooking simulator in the queue from Kamuniak, and then we come up to Stray. Alright, Kisupa bounce. And then we had like a great fight with the Prophet, and again lost. It was at least better than the first try. And we got, it's kind of like for a failed expedition it produced a lot of money. 14,000, so in that sense it didn't go too bad. Unfortunately we lost the healer, so. And early riser, actually we got a positive trait. Scattering, alright. That it's not like the worst thing ever. And we need to make sure that we have enough healers on level 6. It's kind of annoying to lose the healer. Day long awaited. Word of our predicament has spread. A new crop of aspiring corpses step from the stagecoach. It's more recruits than usual. Alright, that was a good try, but not quite. More recruits than usual. Alright, actually the plague doctor would be pretty nice. Not a healer, but good support class. At the healer situation we have at least one healer proper. And what level did we have others on? Level 4. We should certainly put some effort into that. Can we recruit like a low level one currently? Despite having extra recruits, there are no healer among them, so that's kind of not very lucky in that respect. We need to make sure to develop the level 4 one to level 6, so let's upgrade their equipment first. And we really need to have a mission with them in it, because then we also need a bit of stress relief for our good returnees. So into the tavern it is. There we go, so we have the returnees on stress relief, and then we should consider another mission. Ah, nice, and we do have some more viewers also, so welcome and thank you for joining, always appreciated. We are doing another mission still didn't beat the last level prophet, but it is what it is, so we are going to in any case go for another outing, and we should do around level 4 to 5 to get this healer also up to speed in that respect. So we could also make use of the new plague doctor as support class, and they do have the usual blight and other support skills, so let's see what else we have. We have also level 4 shapeshifter, so we can have some fun with that. And then we could have the leper. It strikes hard when it bothers to hit, and we would need another trinket for them also. Warrior's cap is pretty traditional. Reckless charm is pretty nice for that class. Let's do that for now. So here we do have a group together. So let's just look at the missions. So we do have veteran level, explore 90% of rooms, activate 3 animalistic shrines, and medium veteran. Right, that might be, do like the term activate 3 animalistic shrines, so let's go for that. We get pickaxes for activating animalistic shrines. That's like quite harsh an activation. 4 shovels. Four keys. And maximum amount of torches always, because and we are good to go.
The swine draw power from their horrid
Right,
markings and crude idols.
See how big a map
Tear
we
them
have.
down.
Doesn't look too bad, like the stat part, but let's start with strategy that we go like this, and so go here first. Alright,
A fortune.
more
waiting to be
bandages.
spent.
No room for money currently, so we have already 6 bandages, so prefer to keep the money. First room. And fight. Alright, the small swine hopefully, and we immediately get some stress effects. Alright, can we blight these both swine? Dodge, good. And judgment please, the small one is most annoying.
The slow death.
Alright, that didn't last long. It's most annoying and
Forgiving.
tends to cause a lot of stress and sickness with throwing up on others, so we can again blight some
Executed.
nice blighted debuff. Alright, that was enough damage for sure. Resisted marked though, but alright, 17 from judgment, that's a lot of damage.
Blossoms.
Alright, 5 and bleed of course. Alright, we could Noxious Blast at least works also on them, because like disorienting blast only on the corpse, that wouldn't help us much. Mana goes alright. And bandage. 19, that's certainly enough damage.
Maintain the offensive.
More gold, emerald, onyx, right. Then jade is no longer carried when you have access to emerald. Right, onyx. Currently no inventory space. Really, so leave that here. An altar dedicated to unholy abomination. Certainly not touching that. Haven't actually seen that kind of eldritch altar before, so makes one kind of concerned. Even looking at it would say realistically, considering how it goes with the eldritch altars always. So let's then move to the next room. It's not most useful to touch the corpse weapon. Alright. Goal and some worms. So how much does actually? They do not seem to have that much resistance to blight. So let's we can actually blight them. such the worm, you worm. Alright, 17 is certainly enough.
Cleansed from our lands.
9 damage just from flies, so not too bad. Dodge, good. Right, horror.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
And this, please. Then good. Light should already do something here. Alright. The blast was enough to get rid of the worm. Judgment, they should expire blight now. Yes, 13 blight damage. Onyx, so we can't stack that. Taking heirlooms for now. Illuminate. There we go. And next room. Empty. And then it would be time for next room, and we are following the. There's no tunnel in that part, so we have to move back one room and then go upwards. Oh well. Right, shovel will come handy now. Fortunately we took them because digging by paw really eats morale. It's not like a bit, it's a lot of it. Right, stylish room. Scouting, yay, thank you. Our good scouting bat. Alright, room battle with treasure. We haven't yet found any of the altars. So we have been there and we know there are not any in the... There's room battle. Quest location. Here there's only room battle with treasure, so let's move here. Books. Alright, positive effect. Robust. Alright, Mr. Big Guy. Surprised. Let's light them well. We can even, because even if that's stealth, we can still hit them with the flake grenade. And the big guy gets it 23.
Slowly.
And they already expired flight. So. Alright, hopefully they won't still remain stealth. Oh well. Dodged. Good. Dodge a point blank shot. Doesn't sound easy. Alright, let's throw. Not blast at them. We can only now judge the big guy because the shootist is still untargetable. It will probably finish them off. And then we only have the shootist who failed at the blanket fire. And now they are even visible, so we can light them more. And they expired. Good. use the remaining food in situ and get more space for money. There we go. This room should have a quest location. And there is. Let's use a pickaxe. Shrine has been decimated. Not that it changed appearance at all. But it says it's been decimated, so that's what it is. So let's then move and try to find more quest locations. Illuminate and scouting, great. Scouting helps immensely here. Another quest location, thank you, our good bat. So this helps us direct our efforts. Unsettling passage, only stress, no negative trait, thank you. Trap is armed, which reduced stress, so kind of plus minus 0. Read unsettling flag books and then disarm a trap for morale boost. And another altar, as it was said, activate animalistic altars. There can't be more quest locations in this corner of the map. We know that for sure, because that's not a quest location, and we have visited these, so we need to move in this direction. And still to the right. And there's a fight coming up. Yes. No small swine this time, so only stress effects.
Weakened. A powerful blow.
Blight them. Nothing else. They are now getting targeted all the time, being marked. And more blight. That's good starting damage. Missed at least. Let's use a bandage. And blight them more. 13 blight damage, that's more or less enough. Here again. Marked man, yes. Put efforts, otherwise chemical warfare has been a thing, certainly. 35, that's enough. You of course do not need chemical warfare if you can perform with mere intervention of steel. There we go. And even more fire than probably, yes. Chemical warfare, you say. Everyone expired movestone, that's pretty common. Even more gold, crests. Now we have space, so we can also take the trinket. Ah yeah, makes one wonder what happens to the pickaxe. Would imagine that it's logical, like they hit the altar with such a passion that the pickaxe blade either dulls or breaks. Yeah, it's kind of logical, like potion flasks in many games are indeed eaten together with the potion, or maybe it's like taking a shot that you throw the shot glass over your shoulder, kind of thing. In some, actually, the empty flasks remain and you can reuse them, especially in some roguelikes with complex inventory management, where you actually get the empty flasks back after using potions. So in that respect, Kisu went to sleep, so we'll, in any case, even if Kisu might not still be here, we'll of course give a wave. So good night, Kisu, and thanks for joining, and thank you for the game request. So good night and sleep well, you Pander. And then we are good to continue. Hopefully good loot in the end. Yes. This is of course more about developing the characters, this quest. And we know that room is not one with the quest, so we continue here. Nice room with the candles and insignia and all, but next one. Sack. Let's see what sack contains. 1000 gold. Actually pretty good. 3 deeds. Yeah, going to throw away things like medicinal herbs to have these. So certainly the deeds, and more gold is not a bad thing. If these are only 750, it's always worth replacing them with the pile of gold in that case. Illuminate. Alright, we have the big door, which is kind of an interesting swine door. How often do you see a swine door? You may have seen a fox door or wolf door, but how often do you see a swine door?
The ground quakes.
Accept them for less stressful invitations. And more chemical warfare. And let's start beating at the swine door. Kind of. Trot retreat. Interesting, like swine door decided to retreat. Eldritch push. Didn't push. And already that expired flight. Not that much healing needed, so let's keep doing judgmenting and get rid of the cultists. So we only have the Tor remaining. So let's throw some more chemical grenades at them and like flight them a lot. So for some extra damage, 13 flight damage, not bad. Alright, that was effective, 15 damage, so let's strike back. 21 is a good response. You did 15 damage, this one does 21 damage. And now we're gonna only throw the usual noxious blast at them. And this is about the point where healing would be beneficial. Throw mana across the corpse to get rid of them. They died of flight. We already have enough anti-venom, so much more space for gold, so we can take another pile of gold this way. Good. We have plenty of food, so let's put fuse a bit. There we go. And then we should most keep trying to find the next animalistic altar, so next room. The corpse wagon isn't the best thing to check, because usually it does pleasant things like give you the deed. Alright, and we have a drummer and 3 maggots, so let's try and get rid of the drummer, because the drummer actually causes stress, unlike the maggots mostly just nibble at you as they always do, so chemical warfare please. The maggots aren't very suspectable, but let's strike them with sword instead. It worked well. And mana goes. Dodge good. I refuse to listen to drums of doom, apparently. And that was enough judgment.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Alright, a bit of extra stress. Strike next. Alright. We can still try to blight them, it at least does damage. There we go.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Anti-venoms, please. And we still enough food, have still enough food for 1 hunger effect. Alright, trap. That didn't do too much. Pile of skulls. Alright. Whatever we should use on that, most probably holy water, so nothing of value that remains. Oh well. And here's the last altar. So, use the pickaxe. And the quest is complete, but let's finish the dungeon, because this will be the last one of the day, so we are going to finish the dungeon anyway. This is always tempting fate. You usually know that get the collector or such, but it is what it is, so we tempt fate a little and see also the final room. Hunger, and we have exactly 4 food, so we didn't take damage. This was of course on purpose when you leave 4 food. Alright, we have occult drawings. Let's check them out. Dull and uninteresting. Alright, dull and uninteresting occult drawings. That's kind of a... Alright, final room proved to be empty, and that's the quest, so... We are quite ready to return to town.
Robbed of their writings, the swine will grow ever more ignorant.
Swine will grow ever more ignorant if such a thing were possible. We also got pretty good amount of money from the mission. In addition to the fixed 6,000, we actually got pretty good amount of gold, so we are financially alright, and the healer got up to level 5, so our mission was a success, because exactly the goal here was clearly to develop the healer. We also got 2 other characters almost up a level, so that was really good, exactly in the way that we need to develop more level 6 characters.
The twisting tunnels no longer exhale the
fresh air in the tunnels.
Degeneracy.
Westside residents have expressed relief at the abatement of the nauseating odor emanating from the ancient aqueducts. Alright, resolve XP in Warrens on next quest. So if one goes again to Warrens, would have bonuses. And that concludes with almost 2 solid hours of gaming proper for today. So first of all, this one thanks you all for your attention. We'll be on a cycling trip for the weekend, so will not be streaming during the weekend, but we'll return to the normal schedule on the coming week again, and then we'll also need to get the Stray added to the requested game list. So there will be 2 seasons of the Stray once able to get the game, which should be moderately soon. Otherwise, then we should once again will give a nice wave and thank for the new follower, and then we need to see who we can raid tonight. So let's take a look. Alright, Yuna would be playing Phasmo, but we also have Art of Jod is actually doing Black Mesa. Let's see if they are still playing. Yes, so let's go for them. Alright, thank you once again, and see you next week. Thank you for joining some dungeoneering, and good night.